Now, if you want to crush it playing this game, no more excuses. Stop thinking GTO is going to solve all your problems. And honestly, guys, hear what I have to say because I'm in the thick of things basically every single week I'm playing. I played mid stakes. I've been doing this for so many years and I've been consistent, right? And I can really give you the good, the bad, and really everything in between. And we do have some good stuff to go over today in this $500 game. I also wanted to say, man, if you guys are not in our community right now, I don't know what you're waiting for, man. It's in the pinned comments. You can talk with me, other high level members. Lots of good stuff in there. Plus, we can get you moving up if you're kind of stuck, maybe at a certain level, or maybe you're just like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Hope to see you in it. So pin comment. Also, if you guys could tap the like and let's get right into this. Now, I want to talk about strategies because, if you're not familiar with GTO, it's kind of a good baseline. There's plenty of resources you can find online for it, and really it will teach you how to play like the perfect pre-flop strategy, different ranges of when you should open and all that kind of stuff. But if you want to get into like the nitty gritty, you know this game, especially as you move up in stakes, it's more about outplaying opponents. And what I mean is you have to deviate away from using one type of strategy, and you just want to outplay the opponents at your table. Every time you get into a session, you're going to be playing, different opponents, different playing styles, and you can kind of pick up on things when you're sitting down for like 20 to 30 minutes. And you got to be bluffing. Bluffing is such a huge part of finding consistency. And if you're not bluffing when you're playing and you're just kind of like playing ABC style, like straight GTO, you're never gonna get anywhere. And I'm being real about it, guys. I really am. Okay, you'll see me make some plays sometimes that are just like, what were you thinking? But there's definitely a lot of thought that goes into the plays I make when I'm playing. It's not like I'm just winging it. You know what I'm saying? I am thinking, and I'm like, okay, can I get this guy off this hand? Is this play more likely to work? Is it like a 70-30 situation? If I make this bluff, am I going to get him off of it? The other thing too, man, about like bluffing and kind of opening your game up a little bit more, if you will, is that you start to become unpredictable at the table. And that is kind of a key thing too. People can't really put you on something and they're not sure. And then in those situations, it's like, it's really nice. You know what I mean? But here's the deal. Stick around. We have just a big one coming up. I don't want to give anything away. I want to kind of keep you guys on the edge of your seats. If any questions, comments, things like that, feel free to message me. I'll get back to you. And yeah, man, let's do this. And, I was basically just kind of playing pretty tight to start things off here. I mean, I'm always playing aggressive for the most part. But, I really just adjust to the table and to how people are playing, right? That's really how I approach playing. Everybody's got a different, thesis on how to play. But, this is what I do. It works for me for playing online. And that's kind of where I spend most of my time, right? And, like I said, man, I don't know how else I can tell you guys this, man, but get in that community, in the pin comment. I'm telling you what, it's growing. And, yeah, man, we can get you better for sure, You also got to understand, too, a lot of people play this game and they just don't understand the variance of it. And variance is tough, man. It's tough because there are times where you're playing really good and, you just have those situations where, like, I said this one the other day. Let's say you go all in with like ace king suited and somebody calls you with like pocket nines and their nines hold up, and then you got to like, deal with that. And it's just part of the game, man. It's why I enjoy it so much as well. I think it wouldn't be fun if you just won every time you played, right? I mean, you're just gonna have your ups and downs, and the people who can understand that keep their the emotional side of them, in check without like losing their minds. I mean, I'll tell you what, man, that's another skill in itself. You get all these technical things right. But if you can't keep your emotions in check, it's like none of it matters. You know what I mean? So you got to look at it like that too. There's a lot that goes into this, man. And you can't just start playing and think like, oh, I'm just gonna crush. I mean, this is a consistent effort type of thing. You got to be playing basically like every single week, learning from your mistakes, improving, tweaking little things. And over time, these things kind of compound. And then you just you know, are kind of in a headspace where you play and things just become automatic because you just get it. It just all finally clicks. But if you don't stick with it, then you're just never going to get there. Okay. I mean, you're just not. And a lot of people will, you know, play and then kind of just take a long break. I'm talking like months to maybe like a year, hop back into it and think they're just going to crush. I mean, it ain't like that. It ain't like that, man. Anyways, all right, we weren't going to play this 2-7. The 2-7 game is not active, okay? We're not playing that. We are not getting involved. All right, player 6 and player 2. But yeah, like I said, man, we got a big one coming up. So, you know, we're going to do this. We are doing this. Player 2 took it down right there. It felt like he probably had like an ace-x type of hand right there. It felt pretty strong. You know. All right, 10-7 offsuit. Now, we haven't seen too many hands so far. So, yeah, I am basically playing, you know, pretty tight for the most part. Everybody at the table kind of even. No one's really doing a whole lot just yet. We'll see what happens here in the next few hands. But we are going to, like I said, man, we got a big one. All right, we would have had a straight draw here. Up and down, no club. Pretty quick check there from player 6. Back over to player 1. All right, player 1 puts it in there. See if player 6 is going to make the call. I think he's gonna. I wouldn't really continue here unless I had a club. But look at that. Look at the raise. Ooh, that was nice. What does player 6 have? What's going on here? All right, player 6 took it down. Turn card was a 5. Hard to really know right there. Maybe he did flop the flush, or maybe he had an overpair. You know, we're not going to know. But whatever, player 6 made it happen right there. And, you know, still playing pretty tight for the most part. I was a little bit tempted to open with that 7-4 suited, which, you know, you really shouldn't do first to act. When you start to get out of line too much, that's when things kind of don't work out. So, yeah, you know what, just folding the 7-4 suited. We would have paired the 4, though, you know, but whatever. 7-4 suited. You got to be feeling it if you start open raising first or second to act with those 7-4 suiteds, man. I think the clubs, too. The clubs were like, ooh, okay, we got clubs. You know, we would have actually taken that one down, too. Kind of funny. All right, 7-5. So, yeah, I mean, still just playing tight, but we're about to pounce. We are about to pounce, y'all. Didn't even defend that. Didn't want to play it. Player 3, too. He's kind of like at the min right now. I just cannot stand when people do that. It's like, if you're not going to do the full amount, like, go play something else, you know? Player 3, what's it going to be, man? Now, as long as nobody raises here, I would definitely just limp into this. But player 4 opened it to the 20 piece. Gonna just let it go. And yeah, if it was suited, like, sure, but it's not. We would have, I mean, yeah, no. It definitely feels like player 4 has like an overpair, just the way he's playing this. No idea what player 1 has. He called, river card was a 9. Got to imagine player 4 is good here if he's got an overpair. Let's see. Whoa, okay, never mind. Player 4 must have had a hand like ace king or ace queen, just trying to take it down. All right, so here we go, man. Here is our moment. All right, we got kings. Actually, we had a similar, well, sort of similar situation not too long ago that I posted with kings. It's going to be a different one, obviously, but still, we're going to end up, getting it in here pre-flop, actually. So I think player 2 is going to open. And I said this the other day, too. It's like whenever you get kings, it's just like you can never get away. If you're up against aces, you kind of just hope for the best, but it's not like you're ever folding this pre-flop. I never do. I just never do. Because a lot of the time online, it's like you'll see people a lot of the time just kind of shove with ace king, even though it's a little bit less likely. Someone has ace king when you're holding pocket kings, you know what I mean? Especially like an ace king suited, though, like totally understandable. It's going to come back to player 2. I think he's going to re-raise us, and then, I mean, we only have one move to make, right? It's not like, it's like we only have one move here, all right? Just one move, that's it. And, yeah, one move to make. All right, player 2. And you know the other thing too, he opened for the min here. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but when people do this, it's just like so. It's like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? I do not understand it at all. I don't think I'm ever gonna understand it, unless it was like a misclick type of thing. I don't get it. I do not get it. Anyways, he's taking his time here. It's not like there's a whole lot to think about. It's like make a call or let it go. You know what I mean? So. But yeah, really taking his time, letting it run down. I think he's gonna end up raising it, I'm pretty sure. And that kind of just put me in a spot like, again, when you're getting raised here, it's usually just like pocket aces or ace king. Almost all the time. Every once in a while, like queens might do this, but it's usually like aces or ace king. But, like I said, we're not going to get away from it if we get stacked here and he's got aces. It's just kind of like it's part of it, just part of playing, the part of the game, whatever. He's gonna call us pretty quick too. I think there wasn't a whole lot to think about here. Don't want to let you know what he had just yet, but he a little bit of hesitation here, which to me was actually a good sign. That means that he doesn't have aces at least, so we know that we could be in a ideal spot, ace king, queens, but definitely not aces. So, but he is going to call. He's going to turn over queens. So all we got to do here is dodge a queen. We have the diamonds, which is good, so we don't have to worry about that. Turn card is jack. So he's only got, 2 outs. He needs a 2-outer, and guess what? He did not get it, and we took it down. But, I hope you guys enjoyed another one here. Always posting, always doing my thing. But, check out the pinned comment. Hope to see you in there. Subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for watching this. We'll see you in the next one.